to a place where it actually creates the possibility of overwhelming the healthcare system and certainly causes a lot of illness and death.
For now, hospitalizations remain relatively low and stable. Officials say that may be due in part to the fact that younger people who may be less likely to become seriously ill are primarily driving the rise in case counts. Since the pandemic began, more than 306,000 county residents have tested positive for COVID-19 and close to 7,100 have died. Claudia Pescuta, KNX 1070 News Radio.
Increases in pediatric cases, young kids with the virus over even the last couple of weeks. So we'll talk about that at 4:15 when we talk with an expert out of Orange County. Caught in the middle of a battle over masks, a frozen yogurt shop in Orange County, Mission Viejo gets a boost from the community.
The phones at Frappy's started ringing after a video went viral of a couple who threatened to sue co-owner Mariana Tabla, claiming she was discriminating against them by not allowing them to use the self-serve machines without a face covering.
The community, they call us and show the support very, very well. Oh my God, this is a surprise.
She says business has tripled in recent days to the point they're selling out of product. When the pandemic hit, however, they lost most of their customers.
They're afraid to go out, and it's scary for everyone. So when they try to make this problem with a small business, family business, I don't know why they're thinking. They don't think, and nobody else, just only they are very selfish.
The same couple actually returned to the shop with what appeared to be some kind of legal documents and tried to get her to sign them, which she did not do. She instead asked them to leave. Margaret Carrero, KNX 1070 News Radio.
Beverly Hills, the LAPD, and Airbnb warning everyone, don't do it. It's a no-party zone for Halloween. More after traffic, it's 4:05.
Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 5s. And here's Denise Fondo.
In Anaheim, Santa Ana, 5 southbound right at 17th Street. We've got a new crash reported, and it looks like we've got a couple of cars on the right shoulder. Might need one tow truck. There's a lot of debris across the lane, so I'm sure CHP will get that cleared up for you. On the 91 eastbound, as you're coming up on the 55 in Anaheim Hills, we had a crash there. Traffic was pretty slow from about Kramer to LaSalle, and it's going to stay that way past that crash, which is in funnel clearing right shoulder, and over to the 241. So a bit of a slow drive through there. If you're headed through Malibu, we've got a traffic signal out right now. That's at Civic Center Way and Malibu Canyon. So you're going to have to treat that as a four-way stop. Let's head to the South Bay. Get an update on that drive from Brian Douglas, 405 Jam Cam.
Southbound side, we've got a crash as you come up to Normandy. A couple cars involved here. This is in the left lane. CHP is running a break right now to get that out of your way. Appreciate the tip call on this one as well. Southbound side, you load up at El Segundo Boulevard. Once you're past that, a little bit of a break starting at the 110. Reduced speeds from that point all the way down into Long Beach. Denise.
Got a slow drive on that 210 with a couple of problems. Right now, 210 westbound at Fair Oaks is the new crash coming in. Injury crash. Looks like we've got an overturned car in this one. Left lane, at least the left lane blocked. Pasadena Fire is on the way there. And we also had a crash on the 210 eastbound near Irwindale. And traffic on that eastbound side is jammed through downtown Pasadena. And it's going to stay that way into Azusa. Next report at 4:15 with more traffic reports more often. I'm Denise Fondo in the SDCCU 24-hour traffic center, KNX 1070 News Radio.
Temps above average today, a lot of 70s and 80s, kind of where we were yesterday. Tomorrow looks like this as well, but then Sunday we take things even higher, 70s, 80s, 90s, and that'll last into next week. So 78 now in Irvine, 79 Hollywood, 87 in Santa Clarita.
It's 4:07. One of Southern California's glitziest cities says its cops will be on patrol tomorrow night for an annual tradition that's become a crime. Why? Well, blame the pandemic.
Beverly Hills has banned handing out Halloween candy Halloween from your house, your front door, your car, your front yard. It could get you a ticket.
But I don't know that I would take my kid trick-or-treating anyways. Like, nowadays, you never know what's in the food.
I think, it's unfortunate that they have to ban it this year, but it's necessary if, we all don't want to die.
Definitely interesting. We're all wearing masks, trying to just be as safe as we can be. But, yeah, happy Halloween.
Numerous neighborhood streets will also be closed. K-Rail will be blocking them off so people can't drive into neighborhoods and, start wandering around. In Beverly Hills, Craig Figner, KNX 1070 News Radio.
But you say, okay, I'll just have a Halloween house party. No, Airbnb has banned them. The LAPD, they'll shut them down.
LAPD will be out there breaking things up. No parties at all, not in the midst of a pandemic. Captain Steve Lurie is the commanding officer of LAPD's Hollywood area.
Yeah, so we'll shut those parties down. under the mayor's order, which, as you know, prohibits any gathering of any size.
And good luck renting a place to hold a party. Airbnb, which already has a global ban on party houses, tells KNX they're really tightening things down in LA and elsewhere by eliminating one-night rentals over Halloween weekend. And yes, some renters may lose out just this once. Ben Bright is with Airbnb.
Obviously, the blowout parties, the really large ones, those are the ones that are most concerning, certainly to us, and I'm sure to the Hollywood Hills Commanders.
So if you hold a party at a rental home, you could be banned by Airbnb. And if you hold any kind of Halloween party, the police could come knocking. John Baird, KNX 1070, News Radio.
Is a full blue moon on Halloween night anything to worry about? Well, astronomers say no. It's an event to enjoy.
A blue moon technically is a full moon that occurs twice within a calendar month. Because of irregularities in our calendar and the moon cycles, it happens about every 2.25 years, giving rise to the phrase, once in a blue moon. Dr. Ed Krupp, the director of the Griffith Observatory, says for the actual color of the moon, it can change just a little, and here's why.
And it just has to do with the size of particles, usually due to smoke of some sort, that are up in the air, in the atmosphere, and they scatter the light in such a way that it makes that otherwise white moon look a little bit blue in the sky.
Given the lack of smoke in the area recently, odds are you will see a white moon above your head on Halloween night, unless you want to look at it through a blue gel filter. Either way, enjoy the view. Pete Demetrio, KNX 1070 News Radio.
Checking problems on the roads again at 4:15. That's coming up in less than 4 minutes and will include a couple of crashes on the 210 and the 22. It's 4:11.
Jerry Reynolds here, the Car Pro for my only certified Chevy dealer in Southern California, Rotolo Chevrolet. You'll see why when you visit their #1 in the entire state of California. Mike Capozio, the general manager, is not only my friend, but a true professional committed to your service and satisfaction. They'll help you find new roads at Rotolo Chevrolet on South Highland in Fontana. Take the 210 freeway, exit Sierra. Connect direct with Mike at carprousa.com or their website, rotolo.com.
Inspired by State Farm's surprisingly great rates.
It's so cheap, yeah, got a great rate on the down low, 'cause Jake isn't your average Joe.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Si es emprendedor propietario de una pequeña empresa o sin fines de lucro y necesita apoyo financiero debido a la pandemia, el Fondo de Recuperación COVID-19 Regional de Los Ángeles le puede ayudar. Solicitudes para subsidios entre $5,000 a $25,000 de empresas del Condado de Los Ángeles están siendo aceptadas hasta el 30 de octubre. Para más información, visite lacovidfund.org.
Planning on grilling this week? Stop in and see the experts at Stater Brothers Markets.
Make tasty carne asada. Fresh boneless flat meat, seasoned or unseasoned, is just $4.99 a pound. Our fresh boneless, skinless chicken breasts are a low $1.49 a pound. And get fresh Atlantic salmon fillets skin on for just $6.99 a pound. And try our new Stater Brothers salad blends. Selected 5 to 11 ounce bags are only $1.99.
Visit our website for more great deals now through Tuesday at Stater Brothers Markets.
At Chewy, we know every moment is made even better with our pets. And we believe those moments don't have to cost more money. So you can save on your dog's favorite food. Tasty treats for your cat's late night snacks. Chewy even has prescriptions to keep your pets healthy so you can share more moments together. Like walks in the park, we've got leashes and collars. And those rainy days in, there's toys to keep them busy. Get everything you need for your pets, all delivered right to your door. Save 30% on your first auto ship order up to $20. Visit Chewy.com today.
Amazon Prime members now get free grocery delivery with a minimum order. You'll get your groceries with 2-hour delivery. So in that time, you can use photo filters to imagine what you would look like with bangs. But don't do it. Just imagine. Meditate. Notice your body. Feel your breath. Am I doing this right? Get lost in a Wikipedia spiral. How do flowers propagate? Whatever it is you're doing with your time, your shopper will be carefully picking out your favorite groceries while providing contactless delivery to your door. Free 2-hour grocery delivery, now with Prime.
Seriously, who's blowing up my phone? Oh, yeah.
Powerball.
This is your big reminder from the California Lottery. Tomorrow's Powerball jackpot is over $125 million. Play now. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 years or older to purchase, play, or claim.
Moving means welcome to the Frontier Fiber neighborhood. With our high-speed Frontier 500 meg fiber optic internet, share video tours of your new place with upload speeds up to 25 times faster than cable. Just $39.99 a month plus taxes and fees and only $10 per month Wi-Fi router service fee. Visit frontier.com/fiber for upload speed comparison and full offer details. Frontier, don't go it alone. Limited time offer. Max speeds or wired speeds. Wi-Fi speeds may vary. Activation, internet infrastructure surcharges, taxes, and other fees are subject to change. Frontier terms and conditions apply.
Let's pause for a pure, crisp, smart water break. It's the vapor distilled, purely balanced pH smart water you love. Fit for your go-to playlist when you're on the go. Visit drinksmartwater.com to learn more.
This is Southern California's only 24-hour local news and traffic station, KNX 1070 News Radio. Depend on us.
414, I'm Mike Simpson.
And I'm Karen Adams. Coming up,
Coronavirus infections for kids 12 and up on the rise. We'll talk with the pediatrics experts coming up.
I'm Bloomberg's Mona Rivera. Wall Street closed out its worst week since March. That story is coming up in 5 minutes.
Posh stores in Beverly Hills prepare for trouble around the election.
415 now, traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 5s. Here's Denise Fondo.
We've got a crash on the 210, and this is on the westbound side in Pasadena. At Fair Oaks, we've got an overturned car, and some folks are injured there. Pasadena Fire Department is there helping them out. And you do have slow traffic, of course, on the westbound side coming up on this one. And also on the eastbound drive through Pasadena. It's going to be slow past the 605 over to about Azusa Avenue, so that's fairly normal on that eastbound drive. Now for the 57 southbound, a little north of the Brea cutoff, we've got a new problem reported here. Two-car wreck, right shoulder of the road. Looks like they need CHP and a tow truck. So just a heads up for you through there. On the 210 eastbound, another problem coming in, and this is Duarte, right at Baldwin Avenue. We've got an injury crash reported, and it's out of lanes now on the shoulder of the roadway. Let's head to a wreck in Garden Grove. Brian, 22 Jam Cam.
Sorry, eastbound side, just as you pass Fairview. I was watching CHP run a break to clear it out of the left to the right shoulder. So everything's to the right.
Seriously, who's blowing up my phone? Oh, yeah. Powerball.
This is your big reminder from the California Lottery. Tomorrow's Powerball jackpot is over $125 million. Play now. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 years or older to purchase, play, or claim.
At Chewy, we know every moment is made even better with our pets. And we believe those moments don't have to cost more money. So you can save on your dog's favorite food. Tasty treats for your cat's late night snacks. Chewy even has prescriptions to keep your pets healthy so you can share more moments together. Like walks in the park, we've got leashes and collars. And those rainy days in, there's toys to keep them busy. Get everything you need for your pets, all delivered right to your door. Save 30% on your first auto ship order up to $20. Visit Chewy.com today.
Today, we focus on the impact of COVID on young people. With us is Dr. Daisy Dodd, Pediatrics Infectious Disease Specialist, Kaiser Permanente, Orange County.
Dr. Dodd, welcome. Good afternoon. Good Friday. The American Academy of Pediatrics this week said there's been a big increase in the number of children with coronavirus, and hospitalizations of kids between 12 and 17 are increasing in LA County. How at risk are these children, and should we be concerned?
Well, we do know that more kids are getting it. They're picking up the virus. But we saw in the very beginning, because children were staying at home, it was more maybe mom and dad bringing it to them. Now they are going out in the community, whether they might be going to school. The young adults are going more and interacting outside. So we are definitely seeing an uptake of the viruses among the young population. The good thing is that they're actually doing very well. Children, they do pick up the infection. They get more of an upper respiratory type of symptomatology. Very seldom they need to be admitted unless they develop complications. One of the most important things, because the main concern that I think many of us have is more of these children and young adults picking it up and then taking it to sensitive individuals, particularly grandparents or perhaps a middle-aged adult that has underlying medical problems.
What do you think about schools? We've heard from some of the Orange County officials where people are going to school more than they are in LA County. And they've said, look, we can't trace a whole lot back to the actual classroom. So do you think it is more of the just community spread, hanging out because you can't keep everybody at home anymore, or things are just a little more lax now because the fatigue has set in? And if I'm 15 and I'm going to go hang out with my friends, I'm going to go try and hang out with my friends.
I think it's a combination of both. I think it's the fact that we're getting out of the house, and yes, we do have virus fatigue. I think I can speak for myself. We're all been there, done that. And I'm very much in favor of allowing the kids going back to school. And actually, what I have found in my practice, young children do better than the older children. In other words, they wear their masks. You tell them, keep a distance from your friends. I mean, they follow the recommendations, and it sounds funny that the little people do so much better following than the young adults. The young adults, meaning the older teenagers, the 17 and 18, yeah, doc, I had my mask on, but, half an hour later, hey, I got hot and I pulled it down. And wearing the mask appropriately is extremely important. I'm sure I'm not the only one that has seen people wearing the mask and their nose sticking out. They're covering their mouth, but their nose is out.
Or like it's a beard. You just put it around your chin.
Right. So, to me, that's almost counterproductive. One of the things that I really want to emphasize, and I think that we take it for granted, is touching the mask. You're wearing the mask, but you're constantly touching it. And so if the outside of the mask is contaminated, you're touching it with your hands, and then all of a sudden your eyes are itching and you're scratching your eyes, guess what? You inoculated yourself. So that's just as careful, not only wearing the mask appropriately, but keeping your hands clean, keeping that distance between person and person. I can't emphasize it enough. Those 6 feet is actually very important.
Absolutely. Now, it's Halloween tomorrow. Kids enjoy that, and kids and adults, we should say. But what kind of suggestions do you have for parents just getting through this weekend?
Yes, we do know. This year has been like no other. And I feel for the little people. And so what we say, we have to really try to find ways to do things that they might find that they might be fun. One of the things that I suggested, perhaps you can get along with another family member that has children themselves, and I really don't want to increase the number of people that are together, because one of the concerns, we're seeing more cases in the East Coast where it's getting much cooler, because guess what? Now we're locking ourselves indoors, and if you have one case, that's going to disseminate it within the same household. So kids, perhaps we can do Zoom. They can still dress up and interact with their friends. That's one way of doing it. Parents, I'm even encouraging parents to get dressed as well and maybe have, little bags and things, kind of pick and choose around the house. Try to make it as fun as we can. We really don't want the original trick-or-treat that we're all used to it. I have heard people that say, well, we're going to put little bags outside the door. I suppose that's an idea, but that's not what we're recommending. We're really trying to minimize having a large group of kids together. Because they will have a greater probability of spreading it.
Yeah. All right. Dr. Daisy Dodd, thanks so much. Pediatrics infectious disease specialist with Kaiser Permanente, Orange County. Corona questions every Tuesday, every Friday afternoon at 4:15. Like how she said, the little people. Hang in there, little people. 4:22. Let's check your money. Here's Mona Rivera.
Mike and Karen, Wall Street wrapped up the month with the biggest weekly rout in 7 months. The Dow dropped 158 points, more than 0.5%, and is down more than 7% for the week. The S&P fell 1.2% and is more than 6% lower for the week. The Nasdaq lost nearly 2.5% and is nearly 6% lower for the week. Positive news about personal spending and income going up, that failed to help the market. We check your money at 20 and 50 after each hour. I'm Bloomberg's Mona Rivera from the HMS Capital Money Desk, KNX 1070 News Radio.
Updating that SIG alert on the 210 in Pasadena and more when we check the roads again in about 90 seconds. And there's also a crash on the 91 through Anaheim Hills to talk about. It's 4:23.
Donald Trump.
Get out and vote.
Joe Biden.
It's time to change.
The 2020 election beginning Tuesday night at 6. We'll bring you the projections, vote counts, and the winners. KNX Election 2020 coverage. KNX 1070 News Radio. Depend on us.
It's Mike here for IQ Air, and that means clean air wherever you are. It's the Autumn Series, their 5-in-1 personal air purifier that I want to talk to you about. Lets you take control of the air that's right there around you. You buy sanitizer, you try and keep a distance like the doctor was just saying. You stay safe. What about the air, though, that you breathe? Keep the air safe from everything that's in it floating around. So the Autumn patented industry-leading hyper-HEPA filtration takes out 99% of airborne particulates down to the smallest ones that exist. It has won awards. It's the winner of the Consumer Electronics Global Innovation Award. Lets you take control of the air wherever you are. Home, office, hotel, if you do have to travel. It lets you get a gentle, steady flow of air right to you. Kind of like a breathing bubble. That's what the Autumn does. Cleans the air, sends it your way, and then wherever you are, it's no worries. Just put it on any flat surface, desk or table or counter or nightstand, and it gets to work while you're there doing your work. You can even use the Autumn in the car. So IQAir.com/US or 800-500-4AIR. IQAir.com/US or 800-500-4247. The Autumn, ATEM, from IQ Air.
The shops on Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills don't want any trouble on Election Day. They're preparing. More at the bottom of the hour. It's 4:25.
Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 5s. We're brought to you by iAccident Lawyers. Denise Fondo.
We've got a pretty bad crash on the 210, and this is on the westbound side, right in downtown Pasadena at Fair Oaks. We've got an injury wreck there with a car that is overturned, and the fire department was there with this one in the carpool in the 2 left lanes, so expect big delays there westbound as you head through Pasadena. Again, that's a SIG alert for our 210 on the westbound side, right at Fair Oaks. We've got an overturned car in the carpool and the 2 left lanes. Now let's head back to Anaheim Hills, get an update on a crash there with Brian, 91 Jam Cam.
Looks like we've got 2 we're contending with on our main line for both. This will be eastbound right for Weir Canyon, actually right about the scales. Got a crash that just moved to the right shoulder. Same thing for yet another crash past the 241 going towards Green River. That is off to the right. I see that in our Jam Cam. The main line's going to be tough now from Imperial. Pretty much solid. Fast track moving a little bit better, a little slow from the 55 over to Imperial. After that, your speeds there improve. Denise.
An industry on the 60 eastbound connector to the 605 southbound. You've got a pickup truck that is stuck in one of the lanes. 605 southbound in Cerritos. 605 south, a little bit before South Street. We're going to see a break to get some debris out of your 2 left lanes. iAccidentLawyer.com caution. There is a lot of false information out there, and not all lawyers have their amazing results. Be smart. Hire a multi-million-dollar winning firm. Go to iAccidentLawyer.com. Next report, 4:35 with more traffic reports. More often, I'm Denise Fondo in the SDCCU 24-hour traffic center, KNX 1070 News Radio.
70s and 80s today, kind of where we were yesterday and kind of like what we'll see as we go into tomorrow. Sunday into next week, different story. We keep the temps on.
A frozen yogurt shop owner confronted some customers for not wearing masks. Now she's some sort of hero now. We'll have more in 3 minutes. It's 4:27.
You get a whole lot of something with Farmers Policy Perks. So much, I'm going to have to speed things up. You can get the claim-free discount, which gives you money off your homeowner's policy if you've been claim-free for 3 consecutive years. Also applies for 3 successive years, 3 years straight, and what's known to insurance fans as the claim-free three-peat. Get a whole lot of something with Farmers Policy Perks. Start with a quote by calling 1-800-FARMERS.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Now for the legal something.
Not available in every state. Only available with select Farmers branded policies subject to terms and conditions. Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or affiliate.
Si es emprendedor propietario de una pequeña empresa o sin fines de lucro y necesita apoyo financiero debido a la pandemia, el Fondo de Recuperación COVID-19 Regional de Los Ángeles le puede ayudar. Solicitudes para subsidios entre $5,000 a $25,000 de empresas del Condado de Los Ángeles están siendo aceptadas hasta el 30 de octubre. Para más información, visite lacovidfund.org.
Planning on grilling this week? Stop in and see the experts at Stater Brothers Markets.
Make tasty carne asada. Fresh boneless flat meat, seasoned or unseasoned, is just $4.99 a pound. Our fresh boneless, skinless chicken breasts are a low $1.49 a pound. And get fresh Atlantic salmon fillets skin on for just $6.99 a pound. And try our new Stater Brothers salad blends. Selected 5 to 11 ounce bags are only $1.99.
Visit our website for more great deals now through Tuesday at Stater Brothers Markets.
Seriously, who's blowing up my phone? Oh, yeah. Powerball.
This is your big reminder from the California Lottery. Tomorrow's Powerball jackpot is over $125 million. Play now. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 years or older to purchase, play, or claim.
Amazon Prime members now get free grocery delivery with a minimum order. You'll get your groceries with 2-hour delivery. So in that time, you can use photo filters to imagine what you would look like with bangs. But don't do it. Just imagine. Meditate. Notice your body. Feel your breath. Am I doing this right? Get lost in a Wikipedia spiral. How do flowers propagate? Whatever it is you're doing with your time, your shopper will be carefully picking out your favorite groceries while providing contactless delivery to your door. Free 2-hour grocery delivery, now with Prime.
Frontier presents Confessions of a Laptop.
Hey, your laptop here. Your slow, unreliable internet is making things a drag, my friend. It's time to get Frontier Fiber Optic Internet. With upload speeds up to 25 times faster than cable. And because it's fiber optics, it's more resistant to bad weather. Frontier 500 meg starts at just $39.99 a month plus tax. See the light. Switch to fiber with Frontier Fiber Optic Internet.
Go to frontier.com/yfiber for complete offer details. Service is subject to availability and all applicable terms and conditions.
Let's pause for a pure, crisp, smart water break. It's the vapor distilled, purely balanced pH smart water you love. Fit for your go-to playlist when you're on the go. Visit drinksmartwater.com to learn more.
This is Southern California's only 24-hour local news and traffic station, KNX 1070 News Radio. I'm Mike Simpson.
And I'm Karen Adams. Our top local story at 4:30. With destructive riots on Rodeo Drive and surrounding streets still a recent memory, many businesses are fearing political unrest next week.
Stunning to see ahead of election night here in Beverly Hills. A lot of businesses are boarding up. Saks Fifth Avenue, one of them, all the windows covered in plywood.
The boarding is because of the elections, to be honest, just because of what happened not too long ago with the Black Lives Matter and all of that. You know, that was really bad, the riots. So, I mean, they're just, taking precaution for what's going to be happening next.
A lot of people who live and work here in Beverly Hills say they're disappointed but not surprised.
I think it's smart that they're doing it because of the last thing that happened here.
Beverly Hills police say they'll have extra officers on patrol. Many businesses also hiring their own private security just in case there is election night unrest. In Beverly Hills, Craig Figner, KNX 1070 News Radio.
LA County with another high number of new coronavirus infections today. What really scares the health officials, though, is Halloween. Worried people will go to large parties full of people that they don't live with, and they'll forget about physically distancing, wearing face masks, and that a monster mash of new cases will be the result. 1,296 new cases over the past 24 hours, 26 new deaths, bringing the death toll to 7,056.
Orange County officials say 7 more people have been killed by the coronavirus, also reporting 276 new COVID cases. The relatively high number of daily cases continues to jeopardize the Orange County's chance to move into a less restrictive tier of the state's reopening roadmap. It's in the red tier right now, and if the trend continues, the county could slip back into the purple tier.
Confrontation over masks at a frozen yogurt shop in Mission Viejo leads to an outpouring of support from the community.
Business at Frappy's Yogurt has tripled in recent days, according to co-owner Mariana Tabla. This after video of a couple threatening to sue her over the store's mask requirement went viral.
I have 11 machines with 22 flavors, and now I have only 14 flavors because the other ones and the couple days that run out.
She says they lost about 80% of their customers when the pandemic began, and she can't understand why this man and woman would do something like this to a small business, especially in these difficult times.
I don't know why they're thinking. They don't think, and nobody else, just only they are very selfish. So, come on, we need all together fight with this situation and bring the community, the economy back again.
The couple even returned to the store and tried to get her to sign what appeared to be some kind of legal documents. She instead asked them to leave and called their attitude about the whole situation sad. Margaret Carrero, KNX 1070 News Radio.
Another leading health official is warning about a surge in COVID-19 cases across the country. Dr. Deborah Birx, the White House Coronavirus Task Force Coordinator, spoke to governors in a call today, which was obtained by CBS News.
We're seeing now
surge across the northern part of the United States. We now have about 1,200 counties, almost a third of the country in our hotspot category. And across the nation, we only see one state with decreasing cases and only 7 states with decreasing hospital admissions.
Now, this contradicts President Trump's consistent claims that we're rounding the term when it comes to the pandemic. Burke says it's vitally important that governors stress the importance of not gathering in larger groups indoors and that people take health guidelines like wearing masks and socially distancing seriously.
New COVID-19 testing lab in Valencia expected to boost the state's capacity, drive down costs, produce results in less than 2 days.
While the president falsely claims testing is to blame for the increase in coronavirus cases nationwide, Governor Gavin Newsom insists more testing is a good thing and something officials should be promoting.
We've got to box this disease in. More testing is foundational.
Newsom says the lab was built in about 2 months for less than $25 million, but the state put up a total of more than $100 million to get it up and running. Reimbursements are coming at a rate of $5.51 per test processed.
This lab and our capacity now substantial increase by a minimum estimate of 75% increase in our total testing capacity here in the state of California is happening just at the right time.
Newsom notes other states are seeing record highs, and we're heading into the holidays, flu season, and colder weather, which means people will be spending more time indoors where the virus can more easily spread. The governor says when the lab hits peak capacity in a few months, it'll be able to process about 150,000 tests a day at a cost of less than $31 each, down from the current average of about $150. Claudia Pescuta, KNX 1070 News Radio.
Airbnb is ensuring no one throws a house party during the pandemic, even over Halloween weekend. More after traffic. It's 4:35.
Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 5s. Denise Fondo.
We've got a SIG alert in Pasadena on the 210. This is on the westbound side at Fair Oaks. Flipped over car, and the carpool and 2 left lanes are closed. You've got a big backup that starts from about Rosemead. So that's going to be tough for you westbound, and also eastbound side slow through Pasadena as you make your way into Azusa. So tough on the eastbound side as well. Now let's get an update on a South LA wreck with Brian, 110 Jam Cam.
It's affecting our northbound side. This will be right as you come up to the 105 interchange. This is going to be in our Metro Express lane. 3 cars involved, might have some injuries. Your northbound side is going to be slow starting as you pass Rosecrans, reduce speeds. And once you pass this crash at the 105, it's pretty slow all the way in the downtown. Southbound out of downtown, slow as you make your way to about Florence. Denise.
Santa Monica Fire is on the way to a multi-car crash on your 10 westbound side, and this is at Lincoln. So before you reach the McClure Tunnel, looks like we might have 5 to 6 cars involved in this one, and they are in the far right lane. So you do have big delays there on that westbound drive. For the 57 northbound, right at Lambert Road in Brea, new problem coming in. It looks like we've got debris in the carpool lane, and we're going to see a break to get that cleared up. I kind of laughed because it's Halloween and 3 brooms are in the carpool lane. 5 southbound at San Fernando Mission. We've got a stalled out truck. Looks like they've got a flat tire. And we also have a problem on the 101. This is the Hollywood Freeway northbound right at Highland. 2-car crash reported there, and that was in the far right lane. Next report, 4:45 with more traffic reports. More often, I'm Denise Fondo in the SDCCU 24-hour traffic center, KNX 1070 News Radio.
Cast of Hocus Pocus will be out shortly to collect those brooms. 70s and 80s today and tomorrow, and 70s, 80s, 90s as we go into next week. So getting warmer, 4:45, the 5-day forecast. 77 downtown LA, the same in Santa Ana, Riverside. 86.
It's 4:37. With concerns over a possible second wave of the coronavirus, Airbnb is reminding people that parties are still banned even over Halloween weekend.
Airbnb announced a global party ban a couple of months ago and initiated a party house crackdown in LA County, suspending or removing over 50 listings in the process. But just to be sure, the firm has also prohibited one-night rentals for Halloween weekend. Ben Bright is with Airbnb. He says says you have to book at least 2 nights and comply with the party ban policy.
And that you attest that you will not break that policy. And if you do, you understand that you may face a ban from Airbnb or even legal action.
And keep in mind, police will be watching too. They'll break up a bash for sure. Captain Steve Lurie is the commanding officer of LAPD's Hollywood area.
Yeah, so we'll shut those parties down under the mayor's order, which, as you know, prohibits any gathering of any size, with a few exceptions, but a house party isn't one of them.
He tells KNX that officers can't just instantly shut off the power to a party house, but DWP could do so within a matter of days. John Baird, KNX 1070, News Radio.
4 days till the election. Candidates for president crisscrossing the Midwest, the battleground states. The president was in Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan, which he won in 2016, but where Joe Biden is leading in the polls this year. A rally just north of Detroit pointed to promising economic numbers.
I'm delivering the great American comeback. That's what we're doing. We built the greatest economy in the history of the world. Best unemployment numbers, best everything. We had 160 million people employed. We were never even close to that number.
In Des Moines, Democratic presidential nominee Biden displaying his regular Joe attributes.
It's about time that a guy or woman who graduated from a state university is able to sit in the Oval Office. Because if I'm sitting there, you will be too.
One of those drive-in rallies. Biden also campaigned today in Michigan, Wisconsin, and Minnesota.
Hundreds more vote centers open today around Southern California with just 4 days to go before Election Day. Now, L.A. County Elections official Mike Sanchez tells KNX a total of 767 centers are now available for in-person voting by computer screen.
We do have sports stadiums, like one that's opening today is Dodger Stadium. We anticipate that being a location that will receive a high interest and a high turnout. From the theatrical world, we also have Pantages Theater opening today. Both of those are new and have never been a voting location in the past, so we're really excited to see the level of turnout.
You can find your closest vote center by going to our website, knx1070.com. And remember, you can go to any vote center to cast your ballot, not just the one closest to your home. Sanchez tells us health and safety is a top priority, with all election staff wearing PPE and surfaces being wiped down and sanitized regularly. And our comprehensive election night coverage on KNX starts at 6 o'clock Tuesday evening.
All the talk about the massive turnout, but there's a UCLA study finds here in California, millions of people still choosing not to vote at all.
The number of occasional voters in the state and those who don't vote at all could total as high as 10 million people. Susan Baby, a senior researcher with UCLA Center for Health Policy Research, says they surveyed over 20,000 adults on different topics. When it came to voting, the figures broke out this way.
About 2.8 million said that they never vote in these elections, and more than 7 million said they vote sometimes.
The highest rate of non-voting among ethnic populations was a virtual tie, 62% of Asians and 61% of Latinos. The reasons varied from not being fully informed on the candidates or issues to a dislike of candidates or politics overall, and in many cases, they simply forgot it was a day or time to vote. Pete Demetrio, KNX 1070 News Radio.
A crash with an injury is jamming things up on the 10 in Santa Monica, and we'll also be updating that SIG alert on the 210 in Pasadena.